Miss World is such an exciting time for any girl's life. All the girls that I came into contact with were lovely people. It really wasn't a catty situation or not friendly situation. You know, the girls maintained wonderful relationships throughout, and that was a great part of the experience. But along with that came a lot of challenges, just in the sense that Miss World literally tests you in every single capacity. So throughout the month, all of us found ourselves being tested in everything. First fitness, and we always had to be on social media, and we always had to look presentable, So it's a kind of thing where you think it's not that hard, but really and truly, if you think about waking up every morning at the crack of dawn to do full hair, full makeup, it gets a little draining. But the thing that I think carried us through it was the really great friendships that we developed with each other. I think my biggest takeaway was definitely feeling like a winner already. And this is something that I wrote about, where it was just realizing that I didn't even need to be given a placement, or whether you could put a 10 on it, you could put a 25 on it, you could put a 5 on it. It didn't make a difference to me. The experience was just as amazing and just as life-changing for me, So I realized, I think I was able to take a step back and look at this experience from a bigger perspective than just a sash, and that is what I took away from it. I excelled in 3 different areas. First was the sport, which I was happy for. That was, I think my gym trainer would have been pretty disappointed otherwise, because I did a lot of working out in a few weeks leading up to it, and basically the original assessment for fitness, that's kind of what it mirrored. It was in a gym setting, so it was like, how many squats can you do in a minute? How many push-ups can you do? So I qualified for the finals, but then the finals was a lot of running and physical ability, that I think it doesn't matter how hard you train, if you're not a fast runner, you're not a fast runner. So while we didn't take home the gold with the finals, that was a great experience. It was a lot of sportsmanship, a lot of fun. Another one that I excelled in was the beauty with a purpose, which actually Julia Morley on the final night of the Coronation Gala pulled me aside to tell me just how much she really loved what I was doing with the Sophia House girls, which was and she said, and I would love if to come visit you myself as well with Rolene, and we could help your project along. And I just stood there I was so shocked, I didn't even know what to say. And then she was like, if I may, because she was looking at me like, does this child not want me to come? And then I was like, no, of course, I just can't believe it. So that was really nice. And then the last one was actually interview, which I finished in the top 15 for interview, which was really great, because interview was a huge part of this score. London was beautiful, the buildings are amazing, and the people are so friendly. The weather was a little cold, but it wasn't too dreary. But we ended up being indoors a lot too, so, But the hotel we stayed in was absolutely grand. It was the Marriott County Hall, and it was it used to be Britain's government building before the Parliament building. So it was lots of big ballrooms and these wood panel walls and just old paintings of monarchs. And it was a very grand setting to have Miss World, so that was lovely as well. Well, right now I think we have a few things in the pipeline for Sophia House. I'm really eager to get back to them. And also some upcoming stuff that the Ministry of Gender is working on, that I think that we could really do great stuff with them, but we're still fleshing out where they are in terms of their child sexual abuse campaign. But I think the Mr. World org in Trinidad would... God, I'm tripping over myself. But I think we have some great stuff we can do there. And then I'm not sure what else yet, we still have to kind of have our meeting once we get here and figure out what our next step is, We were kind of waiting to see how London went first and focusing all our energies on that. I think that we have shown ourselves that we have the capacity to become very united and to support a national cause, and to rise together in the name of something positive. And I think that's something that maybe a year ago or 6 months ago, people didn't think that Trinidadians could do. And that is something that I'm very proud of us for doing, and I think that was a victory in itself. So I was very happy to see everybody kind of rise up in a way. It was very inspirational, and I think very humbling to have it be, it's just something to do with me and Miss World, you know.